everyone, welcome to Uloha. My name is Mary and I'm the buyer here at this awesome adventure store. So I help get all the goods and essentials that you need for your grand adventures. And today we're here with Dylan Cotton. He also works here. You might have seen him around the store before. Dylan, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
So hey, I'm Dylan. I'm a trail runner, hiker here on Oahu, and yeah, I work here at Uloha.
Awesome. So Dylan, we just wanted to pick your brain today about how you plan your adventures, some of the things you bring, and some of the cool stuff that you've seen while you've been out there. So to start, what do you do when you're planning your trail runs and your hikes?
So for most of the trail runs and hikes we do, we don't even plan them until the night before usually, just depending on weather, because it's super unpredictable. So the best chance on a good day of weather, or be able to see what kind of weather we're going to be looking at, is the night before. So based on whatever the weather forecast says for the next day, we basically choose the night before. And yeah, that's pretty much
nice. Do you use like a certain app to track the weather?
I use NOAA, the Ko'olau NOAA forecast generally. You can specify where in a certain radius that you want, and it'll give you a really detailed forecast hour by hour on how it's going to look, what percent chance of rain, where the wind's going to be coming from, temperatures high and low, all the good information.
Nice, that's awesome. So, and you can just download that for free, yeah?
Yeah, you just look it up online, Ko'olau NOAA, or for very short-term forecasts, I like to use Dark Sky, because it shows where certain cloud system or storm systems are coming from, and what, based on your current location, you're going to be dealing with, what kind of weather you're going to be dealing with over the next hour. So very short term, but very effective. Okay,
great. And then based on that too, I'm assuming you kind of gauge the distance that you'll be traveling?
Yes, distance and elevation gain.
Great. Cool, so now that you know where you're going, what kind of things do you think about bringing in your pack?
So water's number one. Depending on the trail and how long we're going to be out there, depends on how much you're going to bring. If it's going to be a long trail, definitely bringing food, gels, electrolytes, salt pills, maybe a couple snacks, some stroop waffles, things like that, some bars maybe. But definitely water, and it might get cold, so possibly a rain jacket. Totally depends on the weather forecast for the day and how long you're going to be out there.
Yeah, that's great advice. Is there anything that, like, no matter if you're a novice hiker or an experienced hiker, that you would recommend bringing, like, non-negotiable? I think water is an obvious, but...
Water is obvious. I'm a big fan of salt tablets or electrolytes because it is very hot and humid here. You sweat a lot regardless of how cold or warm it is on the trails. So you're going to be losing a lot of water, you're going to be losing a lot of electrolytes, and you're sweating a bunch. So replenishing those electrolytes is super important, and I think a lot of people overlook that, and they only choose to bring their water. And if your electrolyte levels are imbalanced, then that can lead to cramping and fatigue and just not having a good time on the trails.
Yeah, definitely good advice as well. And do you have any fun partners or adventure buddies that you like to hike with?
So basically all the trails that we're running and hiking is with my girlfriend Rosie. She's great. She's kicks ass on all the trails. And yeah, so pretty much everything that I do, she does as well.
Yeah, definitely. I follow Dylan on Strava, so it's fun to always see where he's going, and he's always going with somebody. I think that's part of safety as well, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it's always nice and sometimes more fun to have someone else that you can go and adventure with out on Oahu and wherever you're hiking, actually.
Great, great. And then my final question for you is, what's the coolest thing you've seen since you've been out there?
Coolest thing I've seen? That's a tough one. Seeing a couple marriage proposals, those are cool.
What is something that you just can't get enough of, or a place that you always return to?
So I always like to go up to the KSC, the Ko'olau Summit Trail, through one of the finger ridges, like Wili Nui, Hawaii Loa, Kulia'o, places like that. And the sunrises and sunsets even are incredible almost always, if it's a nice clear day, or even with the cloud cover, how they move up the mountains and big reveals. Those are, can't get enough of those. Those never get old.
Yeah, breathtaking, that's for sure. And I guess I do have one more question. What's your favorite state sanctioned trail?
I really like Wili Wili Nui because in terms of effort to payoff, like view ratio, it's really nice for, it's only 2.25 miles each way and nice, easy, just you can run up pretty quickly and you get a good view most of the time as long as it's a day with pretty nice weather. And yeah, it's a really easy way to get a good view.
Excellent. Sweet. Well, Dylan, thanks for your time today, and all of you guys get in here to get out there. Come visit us here at Uloha